All right, people. It's been a little while since we made a video, but it's mostly because it's just been a downpour of snow. In this video, we're going to work on the old 53. I haven't started it or touched it since the last time we messed with it. And I'd say we've got good 8 or 9 inches of snow. If we've got more than that, it just melts off my roof because I keep heat on in there. Much like the big roof, but yeah, she's buried under some snow. If we can get it done today, I'm going to try to switch the tires and wheels out. And I got some gas treatment and some other stuff for it. So the first things we got to do is get the loader started, get the Jeep moved, and get the other vehicle moved. And then try to plow out some of the snow. And then I'll show you which wheels and tires I'll put on after we plow out some more snow. So I'm going to continue doing that for a minute. Well, we'll see if this guy will start. Think a little snow's okay? Gonna have to be. Now the battery in this is not very good, so it would not surprise me if it doesn't start. Accelerator pedal, it's down there somewhere. Gives us a second. Well, it did start. That's actually pretty amazing. I keep my little battery tender inside there. I don't really know if it helps a lot, but my theory is it keeps the battery warmer than not. Plug him. Next order of business. Try to keep the Jeep sort of clean. Of course, it fires up. Then this Jeep doesn't really matter. It started sliding off the hill yesterday. This big turd. Maybe we should go start the diesel, because I am probably going to have to do something. Looks like they plowed the road. Maybe. Maybe not. This road the neighbor plows. He's such a good neighbor, and what do? Nothing. It's where I usually keep one of the vehicles. See if this thing will start. Turn all that off. Fired right up. Just get that to defrost. One thing you have to do is make sure you don't get locked out. All right. if they did plow the road, probably park the big van down here. That looks like they did. I'll fire that up. I know you guys hate me looking at the ground, but I have to actually watch where I'm walking. Oh, work, man. You don't even know this thing is two-wheel drive and a dually. That's pretty good in the snow. So the old red Silverado, she's definitely down on her last leg, and it just got a plague of electrical problems, and not good electrical problems either. The modules on the transfer case are bad. The auto four-wheel drive works for the most part, but it's not real. I don't know how well it's really working. I mean, you really have to get on it to get the four-wheel drive, automatic four-wheel drive to clunk in. None of the dash works. All the interior lights and doors are randomly locking in it now. The transmission is doing some funny things. I think they're electrical. I don't think the transmission itself is going bad, but anyways, the wheels and tires, the tires on it are really new, and like I said, I don't drive this very often anymore. The battery completely goes dead in it all the time now, so we'll probably jump this, move that Chevy box back there, and park the old red truck behind the shop here, and that's the wheels and tires we're gonna borrow. Of course, we got to see if they'll fit. Well, I'm sure they will, and that's just gonna have to sit back there until I decide what to do with it here when the weather gets better. The old military Jeep's down at my parents' house, so it's still around. In fact, we drove it all over the place yesterday. But all right, well, anyways, that's a look into what I have to do, and then I got to try to go get the bucket, which is over by that Ford over there, and try to scrape out some of this in my loader that doesn't like to move in this snow, and I don't have chains for. So this is going to take a little bit of time, so I won't bring you back till I'm all done with that. Well, in my opinion, I guess I don't ever see too many Fords jump starting a Chevy. I know a lot of you will argue that. A little bit more info on this old Silverado. I've had it for quite some time. Gave it to my parents. They had it for quite some time. And again, unfortunately, it's just starting to fall apart and not run good anymore. The only thing on this truck that is sort of reliable and always runs is the old 6-liter LS or LQ4 if you want to get real specific on it. But the oil pump is going bad in it. You have to run the thickest oil you can to get any oil pressure out of it. And that's a common problem. That's nothing new on these LS LQ4 motors. You can do the oil pump without removing the oil pan in the car, but it's a real pain in the butt, and it's definitely not something I'm doing this winter, nor am I going to be trying to work on the electrical this winter or figure out the transfer case, because we got a lot of snow and we live up in the mountains. You got to have four-wheel drive or snow chains at least. So for now, this truck is just going to be retired this winter. I might look into it this summer sometime, but as of right now, I just don't want to put the money into it, and I really don't have the money to put into it. So But overall, it's been a really good truck. It's just a shame they all have that electrical problem. You know, the dashes quit working on them, and you know, this one here was top of the line, leather interior, self-folding mirrors. I mean, every option at that 2003 mark this truck had. And unfortunately, every bit of that seat memory, auto adjusting, and all that stuff is failing in it. And it does some weird stuff when you're driving. Sometimes the seat will start moving while you drive. So that's the deal on the truck. But again, I'm gonna pull it up by the old 53. I couldn't actually plow back there, but I plowed all along the 53 over there. So I'm gonna park it over there, and that's where it's just gonna remain the rest of the winter. And besides that, we load the back of it up with our garbage. It's kind of our garbage truck, but we'll just have to swap all the garbage bags over to the military Jeep and run to the dump in that. And no one's asked about this thing, which I'm not surprised, but this old F550 here, we've been trying to sell for some time. It's actually for the company I work for. I did some work to it and stuff, but it's got all new head bolts, gaskets, the heads are redone, injectors, turbo, alternator, everything was brand new and redone in it. So it's got like a brand new top end. Runs really good. It's 4-wheel drive, brand new tires all the way around. And so any heavy lifting, heavy driving I've been having to do, I've been just using this. And I don't know, it may work out to where I just keep it. I mean, we've had it for sale for several months, and I haven't had one call or one person come and actually look at it. So I may end up just keeping it for myself. We'll just have to see how things work out. I can do some trading at work for it and all that. I mean, I really don't care for diesels, and I really don't want to work on them, but I imagine this one will be trouble-free for a good 20-30,000 miles, as long as you keep up with the maintenance on it. So it might be worth it. It's probably worth more messing with this truck than this one right now. So all right, well, that's where I'm at right now. I just got everything plowed and the best I can without chains on that thing, and we'll keep plucking away here. Oh yeah, I scooped around the old Chevy. Finally got this one over here. What a nightmare. Scooped around this side. You know what makes this one a little different startup than the other video where I just started it and moved it? Well, it's got them valves that stick and bends the push rods. And of course, you know, you probably need lead additives and stuff in this. Yeah, I'm gonna try a little bit of this Marvel mystery oil. According to the internet, half the people say it'll be okay for a lead substitute, the others say it won't be. I couldn't find any lead substitute, so it's gonna have to be if I can get it open. Now it's only a few ounces for like 10 gallons worth of fuel here, and I think it's 4 ounces for every 10 gallons. I'm assuming there's 3 gallons of gas in that truck right now, because that would have been the last I would have put in it, and this is exactly 3 gallons here. So we're gonna do the wrong thing and put about 4 ounces in. So it's got a little ounce thing on it here, if I can find it right there. So we'll just add it until it's what I think it should be. So there's 28 ounces, a little more than that probably. We'll go just a little more. I don't think we're gonna hurt this old engine. Okay, I'm also going to put some of this in the engine oil too to help clean up the engine. Imagine this, I couldn't find an oil filter for it. So I have to order one. So I can't change the oil right away anyways, but that's okay. We'll get it running with this mixture. And by the way, this is cheap gas, I guess. I've been told that the new gases burn way hotter than the old lead gas, and that's the other problem with them. Now, I don't know. There's some people that say they've never put lead additives or nothing in their trucks, cars that require it, and they've never had the engine rebuilt and it still runs. So I don't know. We're just doing scientific stuff because I have never tried this Marvel Mystery Oil on anything that I'm aware of. Nope, I think I've only ever tried Seafoam. So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna dump this in the gas tank. I got my Milwaukee Impact charging, or the battery charging for it. And I'm gonna grab a jack, and then I think we'll see if if these wheels will actually fit on this truck. Well, this old tire wheel doesn't fit this truck, right? That's okay, we're not gonna be moving this truck around, but they fit on there. Lug nuts are a little small. I need a bigger acorn nut, but for now, they fit on there, so that's good. Yeah, these tires weren't super old tires. What brand they are, but they're already starting to show some cracking and stuff. So, you know, as much as this truck will ever get driven around, it's probably okay. If I was going to continue to drive this truck on the highway, though, I'd probably look at getting some different tires for it. Well, it's my wife's birthday today, so she just went and got lunch while I was out here slaving away. So I got to go in and eat, and then I'll come back out and play some more. But isn't that just a neat old tire? Man, I wish all four of them were like that. But they're not. Every one of them's mismatched. Some of these are split ring wheels, some of them aren't. Just a mismatch pile of nothing. Isn't that right, Chelsea?
Sure.
Don't worry, I'll tell you guys how old she is later. I won't do it while she's outside. Well, I got the two wheels switched on the rear. I'm going to do everybody's favorite thing and run 12 volt to the 6 volt. I thought maybe I'd get this running while I'm changing the other tires and let it warm up for a while. Again, it's got a bent push rod. It's not going to sound good. But I assure you, it'll be fine or it won't. Probably gonna have to prime it. Uh-oh. I'm gonna lose my cap to my thing. Let's see if I can put just the exact amount. Nope. Probably not. I might catch on fire. Might just solve all of my problems here. Okay. So 6 volt, totally dead. Give her a break a second. Might be flooded. And you can do it. All right, we'll give her a break. She's getting hot. Yep. Yep. Probably not good for any of this stuff. All right, one more time. All right, we're gonna give it a little bit of a break and we'll come back. I mean, I could choke it, but now it's just acting like I flooded it. I wonder how that happened. Probably wasn't from me. So we'll come back here in a few once she cools down. That's more like it. Just took a minute to get it going, but I didn't have to jump it very much longer, about 5-10 seconds more, and it fired right up finally. Couldn't use the choke though for some reason. And it looks like we're charging a little bit. I really need to replace these battery cables. Alright, well, we're going to just let her sit here and idle away. I don't remember. Yeah, the heater's working. We'll actually see if it'll get warm today. So I'm going to let this thing just sit here and tinker around. And switch these wheels over. Okay, I got all the tires switched. It's been running for a while. Now we're going to do what some of you have been waiting for. How bad are the push rods? Oh, they're bad. Trust me, I've done this a few times. It's actually getting a little warm in here. Huh. So she's nice and warm. She's been running for probably 15 minutes now. So she'll be really hot to the touch, which is good because my hands are nice and cold. You can tell I've had this off a bunch of times because it's not tightened down. Okay, let's just go around and see. That one's not bent. That one is completely bent. That one's bent. That one's not bent. That one's bent. That one's not bent. That one's not. I don't think that one is. That one's not. That one's not. And I don't think that one is. So, this one's bent right here. That one's bent. That one's severely bent. This one's not. So let me get these loose real quick, and then we'll turn this over a little bit and check the other ones. And of course, I'm not going to be able to straighten these perfectly. I'm going to straighten them well enough to where they work. You know, they're bent. They're just going to bend again probably, but you can actually get this engine running really nicely if you go through and straighten them all. So let me get that done and I'll bring you back. Well, not too bad. Just 3. Now, one that was really clanking was this one here. So I checked all the other ones that are actually still straight. And again, keep in mind, I've had to straighten every one of these push rods probably 2 or 3 times now. So the fact that those aren't bending is good. And then just these are bending. And again, I'm just going to go straighten these out. They're not going to be perfect, but they'll get the job done. Well, Chelsea said they're straight enough, so we're going to go with them. I did work on them for a little bit, so I'll put a little bit more effort into them than I usually do. So we'll get those back in their respected areas. This one being the trickiest. Let's see. I don't think you're in your spot. Well, anyways. That one's the trickiest. The rest of these aren't too bad. And I just mean tricky because you can't move the rocker arm over. These ones here, you can push them on the springs and kind of get them out of your way. So, all right, well, I'm gonna put the camera down. I'll get these changed. With any luck, they won't bend. And all that Marvel mystery oil is gonna work a mystery on this, and this hopefully will quit bending push rods. Now to jump it back to the Jeep again. Ain't quite started yet. So looks like they're all spinning. One of them's making a little bit of noise. Well, anyway, it's pretty quiet compared to what it was. So now we're just going to let her run for a while. I might adjust on them. I've adjusted on these while it's running before to try to get that clack out of it. But once you put the valve cover on it, it's really quiet. So I'm going to let it just sit here and run for a bit. And the brakes don't work. But I don't know. I'll come up with something else to do with it after I get this finished up. Well, that old Marvel mystery oil sure seems to be helping it out. It's running pretty good now. It's been running here for another 15 minutes and I can't even hear any lifter noise now. So I can actually just hear the fan running. I think the brakes, and it's actually getting warm in here, and I kind of halfway fixed the brakes. I don't remember reverses. Chances of us getting out of here is pretty slim. Amazing what a set of tires will do, because this thing wouldn't even move in the snow. Well, I spoke too soon. pretty surprised that it's actually moving at all. Sorry about the film work and the foggy window and all that. I'm gonna put you guys down and let me get out of here and we'll bring it back. Alright people, well, we're gonna go on a maiden voyage of about 500 feet. We'll even go up this little hill. I think there's enough snow in the back. Like I said, these tires are really good shape. It should go up this hill. Alright, it made it. Uh-oh. Anyways, this is where I'm going to leave it right now. Maybe. Hopefully it won't roll away. So this truck come up from right behind that green shed there. And the parts truck, oh there's Wild Me right there. The parts truck is back there and we're going to go take a quick peek at that. We'll bring you back when I get to the park. Alright guys, well there she is. She's running. The guy I got him from's up there plowing a little bit. He's about, he's 85 or something. He's old. And he just can't believe that this old girl runs and is on the road. And he is just tickled to death. And so am I. So she's running really good. The heater's actually working, which I'm pretty surprised about that. But we'll go take a look at this parts truck real quick and see what's there. So I'll turn you back on when I get over there. Sorry for all the little quick spurts here. All right. It got a lot of snow up here. Whew. I got to track through this, which is at least a foot, if not deeper. So there she is, in all her glory. This one here is be really tough to get out of here. So we got gas cappage, door handleage, seatage. This dash is really nice in here. Got the heater box in it. Not much for interior. I think that door glass is actually good. And I think the windshield in this one's good. There is no front suspension on this truck at all, because it's actually on that one down there. I think the front bumper maybe is actually okay on this. I don't think I'm gonna open this hood, but there's a torn apart 235 under the hood. Yeah, you can kind of see in there. There's nothing left. But the fenders on this are in excellent condition. I do know that. Boy, this is deep. Holy crap. I don't know what I'm standing on. Hopefully it's not some sort of monster. Ooh. The door opens. Yeah, this glass is good. That is a crazy thing. Wow, signal switch. Speedometer is not broken in this one. Windshield does look good. Back window's bad. If you haven't already figured out This is a flatbed, and it's a real homemade jobber. Not much of the imagination on that. But yeah, the front fenders are in really good shape. The glass and the signal, well, not signal lights. Yeah, it's missing that one. That's okay. It's got the beauty ring, headlight bucket, wing windows. It's got part of a running board. I don't know how bad the cab is, but it don't look too terrible. It's got a dent there. But the axle's been ripped apart on this, and she's in bad shape. Now there's an old World War II Shorty General Motors dump truck there, and he's asked me to look at that and get that running for him. So probably not this winter, but maybe one day. And he's got a couple of World War II Jeeps and a little Willie's truck he wants me to get running too for him. So maybe we'll do some videos on that. But sorry I never did make a video on getting the 53 Chevy out where it was, but it was really busy and I did not have the time. So okay, sorry about that abrupt end there, but the neighbor definitely doesn't want to be on camera. Anyways, I've been after this all day. It's 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It's gotta be 3 or 4. And I started at 8:30 this morning, so not a whole lot done, but a lot done, really, if you think about it. I actually had fun making this video today, so it really wasn't a lot of anything, but it was something. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. I'm gonna pull the battery out of it. It isn't starting the truck currently. I don't know if the generator's not working. I might have burned that up using 12 volt, who knows? Well, no, I see it working when I give it gas. Might just be idling too low to be running the generator. I'm gonna pull that battery out of that red truck. Also, when I was pulling these wheels off, one of the front bearings is going bad. And just something else has to get fixed on it, but looks kind of silly with them skinny tires on there. But I'm gonna pull this battery out and see if I can't revive it. It is pretty much new. I don't know if this truck is just sucking the power down that quickly or what's going on. And yep, that's pretty much it. So I got the loader back plugged up. Gonna get these batteries, and then I gotta go in because it's the wife's birthday, and I don't know, she's 33 or 34. That's pretty bad. I don't even know. She'll correct me. I'm pretty sure she's 34, but don't tell her I'm telling all you guys this. She might get mad. But until the next video, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.